So our story with near Nauvoo probably started about 25 years ago. I had gone to high school here, and then when he had a chance to take a job in Iowa, Susan's from Florida, and I convinced her that we wanted to come, and we ended up first on the other side of the state in Atlantic, and then in Pella. Yeah.
So about 22 years ago, we came to Nauvoo when we were living in Pella, and I knew this was before the temple was built, and even before they announced that temple was going to be built, I knew that that was where we were supposed to retire. This was 22 years ago.
Yeah, we came and visited our former bishop from Florida was
here
serving here.
Yeah. And I fell in love with the town. I just had the spirit was here, and I knew that this is where we were supposed to be.
And companies moved us to Cincinnati and Kentucky and so on, and Colorado. And then sitting in Colorado 2 years ago, almost 2 years, a little over 2 years ago, we decided that wasn't where we were supposed to be. And I started looking, and we started talking about getting down here, and a job posting came up for Burlington. And
I got very excited.
She got very excited.
I knew
and
it.
I applied, and they didn't respond. And I basically nagged the recruiter for about 5 months till I got an interview.
Because I nagged him.
This is where my wife wants to be. This is where we want our family to come. This is where we need to be.
And even though we were going to be in the Burlington ward, I told the Lord that I wanted to be 30 miles away from Nauvoo. Our house could not be further than 30, and we live 29.1 miles from the temple. And it doesn't have to be just Nauvoo. You know, we love Burlington Branch. Mm-hmm. We're not.
We're ward.
Oh, ward. We are a ward. Burlington ward. Excuse me, Bishop. And we're in no hurry. In fact, after we had purchased the building, and I'm like, okay, I was standing outside the door one day and the building, and I said, okay, Lord, when's my house? When can I move over here? And he tells me, he says, when it's time for your home, it will be ready. And 2 weeks later, he was called bishop. So I guess I have about 5 years before I get to move over there. But the Lord has promised me that my house will be ready.
And so we accidentally fell into having a conversation. Of course, now we own the business and the building and all the rest of that in Nauvoo. So we're there because we love the town, and we want the town to grow, and we want the town to succeed and continue to be this draw to bring people in and to feel that special spirit.
We've actually lived in Branches
most of our marriage
because we lived in Nebraska and
Wyoming
and small Kentucky,
but I would say there is a special spirit here in the Nauvoo state. Yes, there's a temple there, but that feeling of the temple goes beyond the temple property. And so this draw to this is home to the church. This is part of the birth. And you feel that when you're walking around the town.
Even though I drive 30 minutes every time to get there, when I hit that main street, I'm happy. I'm so glad to be there. And it's not because of our business or anything. It's the spirit that the area has. And some days I don't even get to make it all the way to the temple and go around the block to see the temple. And once in a while I'll say, oh, wait a minute, I got to go around all the way around so I can go see the temple today.
It's interesting, the people that came through the store that had no knowledge, that would come in and they would talk about this feels different. Because we have all the artwork and all the rest of that. And that's them feeling everything that the rest of us feel about Nauvoo. But we get people that just, they wander in, and they talk about the feel of the town. They talk about the friendliness. They talk about the people, and all of that is a big part of being near Nauvoo. We were drawn to the special that's Nauvoo.